You guys know I don't usually ever really talk about this dude. I try not to talk about this dude. I try not to give him any free publicity or any attention because that's what he seeks and he feeds off of that. That's like his spinach, you know, to have people talking about him because he's what you would call a high-end troll. And he's only relevant when you're talking about him. But I have to admit, for those who don't know, I never really made any videos really discussing this dude because I saw him for what he was. I saw him for walking hypocrisy. Listen, I'm going to say this. Nobody's perfect. I'm not perfect. None of y'all are perfect. But one thing about me, I try to be the best person I can. And I've never claimed to be squeaky clean. I've never claimed to be better than anybody. I've never claimed to act like I know everything. And at the end of the day, when I would criticize people, it was either out of tough love or because I felt I needed to respond to them in a way they needed to be responded to based off the energy that they presented and threw out. So that's who I've tried to be since I've been doing content, since I've been a content creator. I'm going on 9 years and 2024. It'll be 9 years that I've been putting out content. So, I've been doing this for a minute. I'm a veteran at this. But it came out that Charleston White was lying. And I knew that dude wasn't being truthful because I suspected that he wasn't telling the truth. And he was doing this for attention. But, at the end of the day, Charleston White ain't no different than Charles Barkley. For the most part, all he do is put down and talk about black people. I mean, he's done some good things, and that's fine. But for the most part, I don't feel like he's an asset. Because to me, I feel like he's part of the problem. And it was kind of funny, after, basically taking that ass whooping when he tried to have that so-called comedy show, which he took an L for that. He sat up there getting on social media talking about, oh, I don't got a scratch on my face and all that kind of stuff. Wouldn't be surprised if it was staged, but you never know. But we'll play the game. At the end of the day, you took an L because they got close to you. They got on stage, knocked you down, and got a couple of licks off. At the end of the day, you didn't have good enough security, or the security at the facility wasn't good enough to present somebody from coming on the stage because they got to you. But at the same time, you make all these videos inviting people to pull up on you and say you're going to do this, you're going to do that, and then you just say some, and at the end of the day, some of the stuff he said about people, and I just was like, nah, I'm cool on this dude. One thing about me, I genuinely trying to help. I'm genuine about who I am, and I generally try to help the community. And I don't let everybody see what I'm doing. I do stuff behind the scenes. I feel everything don't have to be filmed for self-gratification. That's just, not the person that I am. I don't have to sit up here and let everybody know what I'm doing, but I'm doing some stuff behind the scenes. And when I feel like it's time to reveal it, I'll reveal it. But I don't need a camera crew to see what I'm doing, to let people see and judge my character on what type of man that I am. But just listening to this dude talk, it was just annoying. And for some reason he developed this fan base to where, as Tigget said, everybody act like whatever he said was the gospel. And it just goes to show you how easy it is to um it's just easy to basically develop a following and basically have people listening to the stuff that you say. And at the end of the day, his followers, his fans are gonna make excuses for him. But how can you make excuses for a dude when he flat out lied and got caught in a lie? Now, in case you don't know what I'm talking about, in case you don't know what I'm talking about, Charleston the fraud White basically got caught in a lie. And I knew he was lying from the gate, but I didn't want to make no videos. I don't want to make no videos calling him out because I knew eventually something was going to prove me right. And I was proven right. But Charleston White came up with this elaborate story because, his star status was starting to die down a little bit. So he needed something to get himself back in the media to get people talking about him again. So basically what happened was he got caught slipping at a barbershop. Now, I want to say to the dude that came into that dude's place of business and started whooping on Charleston White, which I didn't see all of the video, but they said that his wife was trying to protect him. Basically trying to protect him. So basically she stood in front of him. But I saw the video where basically he was just getting touched. He was getting touched. They was hitting him with the Amarion. So I guess he was getting hit so bad and hit so much to him, he thought he was getting whipped with a hammer. But that wasn't the case. Let me tell you something how I knew the dude was lying, how I knew that Charleston Smollett, because that's his name to me, because he ain't no different than Jussie Smollett, who made that elaborate lie about basically getting attacked by, some white supremacists and all that kind of stuff. So I'm gonna refer to Charleston Smollett as that person. So Charleston Smollett, like, basically filmed himself or had somebody filming him in the back of a paramedics, which now if he filed an actual police report, he broke the law. And don't say that I'm snitching on him because he aired this stuff out. So you can't snitch on somebody when they basically incriminated themselves. But then I was looking at this dude and I was thinking to myself, well, what kind of damn pistol he got hit with? What, a water pistol? One of them 99-cent water pistols that you get from the grocery store? Because he definitely didn't get hit with a pistol. So water pistol, you know what I'm saying? Charleston Smollett, basically said that he got attacked. But let me tell you something. As a guy that used to be in the mix, now I wasn't gonna say I'm not gonna sit up here and say I was heavily in the streets, but I was in the streets enough. And I went, I went on a couple of missions, and I know people that went on a couple of missions. I know for a fact, if you get cracked in your face with a yistle, oh, you're gonna be lumped up. You're gonna be looking like Martin Lawrence from when he fought Thomas Hearns, or looking like Hasim Rahman when he fought Evander Holyfield. You're gonna be leaking. And then wasn't nothing really wrong with dude. He looked like he had got touched. But then I was thinking to myself, wait a minute, man. Wait a minute, man. What did he? What kind of what kind of yistle he got hit with? So I was thinking to myself, I think this dude is. I think Charleston Smollett is lying. And then come to find out, the owner of the barbershop released the video, And it turned out that he was lying. He just got caught slipping, just like he got caught slipping at that show. But as I said before, this is a dude that invite people to pull up on him. He always talked about he gonna do this, he gonna do that, and he have his gat on him. Pull up. Listen, I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna say this again. When you take that persona as us, Mr. Untouchable, they're gonna try you. They're gonna try you. Now listen, I done said this before. I don't invite people to try me. That's just not a good look. Because there's going to always be somebody that's willing to try you, because people is desperate to get some kind of attention or notoriety to themselves by doing who knows what. As long as they can get some attention. And now you living in the age where you could just get famous for just being talentless. This is the pros and cons of social media. And Charleston White is a dude that flourished off social media. He is a social media celebrity. And then I would just look and I'll be asking myself, why do everybody ask this dude about stuff? Like, I just would hear him talking. I'll just be like, I wouldn't agree with 95% of the stuff he says. That's funny. He caught a fade while getting it. That's true. That's true. But like I said before, he just wanted he one of them dudes. He needs attention because he really don't have no talent outside of just talking a bunch of shit online. But he invites people to do this stuff to him. I don't do that kind of stuff because at the end of the day, one thing about me, I'm happy that I have the freedom. I can walk around in peace. I don't have to worry about, nobody walking up on me. Now, at the end of the day, people were saying some of the stuff that I had said, and which I stand by what I say. Oh, you're scared to show your face and all this kind of stuff. Well, I show my face. But at the same time, I don't invite nobody to like run up on me, but I stand by what I say, that I am willing to protect myself once again, up to including using lethal force to keep somebody off of me. Now I'm saying I don't ever want to get to that point, but what I'm saying is I will do it. So, so I just found that I found that kind of ironic that that video got released, but he got caught in the lie. Charleston Smollett is a lie, and he got caught in the lie. He told a boy, listen, as content creators, and this is the honest to God truth. When we tell a story, all of us, including me, for the most part, we hope that we're being truthful, but we may add some extras to it, but we're not gonna be extremely extra, because at the end of the day, we want you want people to gravitate to you. You want to command the room, and you want people to listen to what you have to say. So yeah, when we tell stories, and and that includes everybody. I'm not trying to speak for everybody, but at the same time, when we tell stories, that's what it's called. It's a story. You're telling the story. Now, whether how much of the story is true or not true, that really depends on you. Now, of course, like I said, and ain't nothing wrong with enhancing the story a little bit. A little bit. There's a such thing as enhancing the story a little bit, than being an extremist to where the point is just a flat out lie. Okay. This dude just told a flat out lie and he got caught. And that's just the bottom line with Charleston Smollett. And as I said before, the same way Jussie Smollett told this elaborate concocted story, which after a while, when people really started to do research who was from the Chicago area, and the first one that was kind of suspicious, it was funny, was Harvey. Then it was a few other people from Chicago that was saying, "Hey man, I know that area because Empire used to get was even though it was based in New York, it was shot in Chicago." And a lot of the Chicago people was like, "Well, wait a minute, man, I know that area and this, that, and the third." And then people started to put stuff together, and then come to find out the dude was lying. And I knew Charleston Smollett wasn't being truthful when I saw videos of him basically talking to whoever he was talking to. Maybe I guess it was the authorities, and then somebody was filming him doing a live Instagram or whatever the case. And I'm like, wait a minute. This dude don't have no visible, swelling. He doesn't have a knot. He's not bleeding. And I'm gonna tell you right now, if you get touched up with a with a pistol, you ain't gonna be in no mood to talk. I can tell you that right now, because I can tell you that right now, you ain't gonna be in the mood to talk. And this dude is just constantly running off at the mouth like he always do. And I said, okay, something ain't right about this. I started to make a video saying that I think Charleston White is lying, and I started to do so, but I didn't want his minions following me, harassing me and all this stuff. So I said I'm gonna kick back and see what comes of this. So lo and behold, it turned out that Charleston Smollett was lying. He lied. He's a liar. And that's just the bottom line. And he's a fraud. He's just a attention seeker. But at the end of the day, this is how some people, just how some people are. This is how some people want people to basically react to them. He one of them people, if you ain't talking about him, then you know what I'm saying? It's like a L for him. It's like it's hurting his ego because he likes to have people talking about him. So there you have it. And I just wanted to put that out there about this dude. I just wanted to, put my 2 cents in on Charleston Smollett. So that's just I'm just, because that's what he should that's what he should be known as. That's his new name as far as I'm concerned. And like I said, I know his followers gonna get mad and start talking shit, but listen, he got busted. Don't like Orange Juice Jones say, don't say nothing, you cold busted. You busted, homeboy. You went through all that just to make up this elaborate story. And I'm gonna tell you something. How can you sit up there and call yourself a stand-up man and you told a bold-faced lie? But then you sit up here and constantly criticize other black man's morals, and their standards. You showing me and a lot of people that you don't have no standards your damn self. And you just look at as more of a hypocrite than ever. So you need to sit down. Now I know he probably trying to strategize and figure out how he can lie his way out of this, but the owner of the facility showed the footage. He showed the entire footage, and nothing happened to you. Nothing happened to you as far as a pistol goes. You know what I'm saying? You got whipped, but you just didn't get whipped with a pistol. That's just the bottom line, Charleston Smollett. But anyway, appreciate you guys. I'm gonna take a 10-minute breather, and then I'm gonna talk about Charles Barkley and just what a tyrant he is. Basically attacking John Morant. Charles Barkley is just a hater. And that's just basically what he is. He a hater. He a bitter ass 61-year-old man or 60-year-old man who just think the world revolve around him, and he's another one that think whatever he say is the gospel. But that's funny, and his name is Charles. So you have Charles Barkley and Charleston White. Not a good day to have the name Charles or have a name, some form of Charleston or Charles. But there you have it. It's your boy Town. I'll be back in a little bit.